In today's time, customer experience is more about really understanding what customer needs. And it's a good era for us because we have a right tools available in terms of technology. And that platform helps us to reach out to the end customers in a very seamless and in a very easy manner.
Or if you had to bet on one emerging tech to transform insurance and the whole idea of customer experience in the insurance sector for the next 5 years, what would it be?
So, if I have to look at generative AI is becoming very, very important. While that's a buzzword right now in the industry, but yes, generative AI has got a lot of good use cases from a customer servicing point of view, which will definitely change the entire gamut of servicing arenas, which the service industry will look forward for.
Hi everyone, I am Simran Shiwalkar, your host for today, and we are back with yet another episode from our weekly live series. Today I have with me Mr. Shammi Kapoor. He's the Senior Vice President and Head of Operations at Tata AIG General Insurance. Firstly, Mr. Kapoor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to have a great interaction with you.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to some incredible insights and to hear some incredible stories from your journey. But before that, I will take this opportunity to quickly share a couple of things about you and to introduce you as well. May I?
Sure, please.
Thank you. Mr. Shammi Kapoor, as I said, he's currently the Senior Vice President and Head of Operations at Tata AIG General Insurance. He's a leader who has spent more than 20 years transforming the back end of insurance into a frontline advantage, from building AI tools that track frustration before it escalates to driving operational efficiency up to 98%. He's leading one of the top insurers into the future where digital customer experience and an operational excellence intersect. Whether you're in insurance, tech, or simply passionate about building future-ready systems, today's episode is going to be packed with insights that you surely don't want to miss. So stay tuned, and without any further ado, let's begin. Well, Mr. Kapoor, let's lead with your journey first with a dynamic experience in the insurance industry and tech as well. How has this journey been so far?
I think it's quite an interesting journey. Insurance itself has seen a good amount of changes in recent time, and I'm very lucky to be a part of this industry. I've been a part of health, I've been a part of life, and now being a part of general insurance. In every space has been quite interesting in terms of doing service to the customer, taking care of the distribution channel, building an ecosystem which helps the organization, to reach to their end customer, and also we are able to rightly upscale ourselves in terms of giving the required services what is needed from our end customers.
Thank you so much for giving us a glimpse into your journey. Well, again, let's start at the top. What does customer experience mean to you now that we have come across, so many years with the emergence of technologies like AI, blockchain? How do you define customer experience?
In today's time, customer experience is more about really understanding what customer needs. And it's a good era for us because we have a right tools available in terms of technology. And that platform helps us to reach out to the end customers in a very seamless and in a very easy manner. So for me today, when I talk about a customer service experience, it has to be easy for him to understand, seamless for him to use it. And lastly, it will always lead to the need and the requirement of a customer where he's able to understand what he's basically looking forward for. This time, when we talk about service, it's a wonderful era because you have a mix of human and tech blend, which is absolutely required. And that's where I look forward to that the service industry will definitely play a very important role while we take edge using the tech platforms, how easily we are able to build those human interface so that we are able to have that emotional connect also built along with our journeys with our customers.
Absolutely. Well, along these lines, you have been in insurance for over 2 decades now. When we talk about customer experience, how has the balance of, operations and customer experience relationship evolved over the years?
It has blended very well. I think every function today who operates in the industry is taking care of service. So each one of us wear a customer service hat. It's not only a specific department, but it's a complete different functions all put together. We wear a customer service hat. So that's a big change what I have seen. Second change what I see is that every discussions you are into, every opportunity of changes you want to do is leading by putting customer in the center, putting customer in the heart, whether it's product, whether it's service, whether it's giving an experience, or whether you want to go out and do something different from an objective of making life easier. Everything gets connected back to the customer. So that's Second important thing what I've foreseen. Third, what I have seen is, which is very, very critical, that you look and anticipate more from a customer perspective rather than what you can build in. That's a big change what I have seen. So you always keep in mind what would benefit your customers rather than what can you do for your customers.
Absolutely. I mean, I think today customer experience has become a top priority for all organizations and businesses across all sectors. I am also aware that you have introduced an AI tool to detect negative sentiment. Can you tell us the idea behind it? What went, when we talk about the inspiration, and how does it actually work?
So the whole idea was that if we can identify a customer who's aggrieved and bring him on top and assign to a specific user so that his queries are getting addressed on priority. To do this, we use definitely the machine learning tool, and with the help of keywords, which comes through either through a voice or through an email. We articulated a whole bunch of keywords. With that, there were certain logics and rules which were applied at the back end, which identified such emails or voice calls, and then they were brought up into our queue and assigned to a specific user who can understand the concern of the customer and give him the right solution. The benefit obviously was that these customers were handled very well, and they were looked forward both in terms of a personal connect and also rightly understanding the kind of concern he had. Cases were answered very well.
Superb, superb. I mean, as they rightly say, AI has helped a lot of businesses and industries across industries to kind of, elevate the whole customer and business synergy. So, thank you once again for sharing this with us today. Moving on, again, when we talk about AI, from your point of view, where do you see the biggest opportunity today, for AI and automation in general insurance?
See, insurance has a lot of data. Now, when this data is getting built and getting ready in a very structured manner, what I definitely foresee that the large amount of data with the help of various AI-enabled tools will definitely help insurance company one to make a very informed decision and enhance efficiency. Now, when I talk about this, there are areas like underwriting. We will be able to make a lot of automated decisioning with the help of this data and these tools. When I talk about claims, you will be able to do faster servicing from a claims decisioning point of view. We talk about service. There are good amount of chatbots today which are available. You have a lot of avenues, digital avenues, where you are able to service your customer and make them feel that they can interact on their own to get closures of their things. So definitely from an insurance point of view, I see huge amount of opportunity which the current technological tools are there for us, different avenues which can help. So whether we want to design a product, we want to talk about pricing, we want to talk about building any product or give a good amount of service avenues to our customers. It plays a very important role.
Fantastic. And again, you have a special focus when it comes to improving operational efficiency. What are some of the key moves behind that kind of transformation?
When you look forward from a transformation point of view, as I said in the beginning of the conversation, three things. One, you need to make it very simple and easy so that it is easily adaptable from a customer point of view. So that will always be my focus when you deal in terms of building up a process, or you're trying to build up a system, or you're trying to build up a platform which you want your users to use. Second, the availability and the UI UX experience. Very, very important, because that's where the stickiness of a customer increases. That's where he gets glued to the platform which you're trying to give it to him for his servicing. Third, and the most important thing, and call to an action, which is very, very important. Whenever you interact with your customers, whether you send him a communication or he's on your any digital platforms, it's very important that there is a call to action for our customer so that he always believes that he's been able to make that connect and he looks forward to hear back from you.
Great. And lastly, if you were to choose one emerging technology to, or if you had to bet on one emerging tech to transform insurance and the whole idea of customer experience in the insurance sector for the next 5 years, what would it be?
So if I have to look at, generative AI is becoming very, very important. While that's a buzzword right now in the industry, but yes, generative AI has got a lot of good use cases from a customer servicing point of view, which will definitely change the entire gamut of servicing arenas which the service industry will look forward for. So that will be very interesting to see, where we are able to predict, in fact, what a customer is looking forward for. A humanoid who can very easily, through the help of generative AI and large data usage, will be able to answer to the customer with relevant details. What is he looking forward for? So it's going to be an interesting phase going ahead. How generative AI takes the entire space of servicing aspect and the number of ease which it brings in when you look forward from a customer point of view.
I think this conversation has been very engaging and pretty much insightful. Thank you so much, Mr. Kapoor. But before we wrap up, I also have a couple of rapid fire questions for you. Anything that comes first to your mind. So, are you ready?
Yeah, sure, please.
All right. My first question to you is one word your team uses to describe you.
Dependable.
Great. A habit that keeps you productive.
Learn and unlearn.
Fantastic. One thing you would like to automate in your personal life.
I would love to automate everything, in fact, but to be more precise, if I have to automate, yeah, and an interaction which is very seamless from customer, where a lot
Correct.
of empowerment is given back to him.
Absolutely. And lastly, your favorite tech gadget right now.
I can't go without telling generative AI, because yes, that's, as I said in my earlier comments, that's the buzzword. But the power of generative AI is definitely, which is quite exciting, and look forward how we can use it well in the coming times.
Right. The best piece of advice you've ever received.
I think honestly, with my overall experience and with the kind of entire ecosystem getting changed, one piece of advice which I would definitely would want to carry in my mind is a good combination of a human interface and the use of technology. I think physical digital is something which will predominantly be always be there. So as a leader, it's very important to make that right balance of human and tech, and to ensure in all sorts of processes and service aspects.
Mr. Kapoor, thank you so much for your insights and sharing your wonderful views on the entire landscape of insurance and the emerging technology as well. I think our viewers and listeners have a lot to take away from this session. And while we wrap up, I certainly look forward to connect with you once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.